a working application that people are using, they're actually disrupting. We see so many white papers and so many ideas and so many people wanting to execute. And I think the problem in the blockchain space right now is lots of great ideas, lots of people that want to do things, but there's not a plethora of people that have both the experience in the industry they want to disrupt and the business acumen to actually take that and turn that into a company, which is why you see so many failed startups. One of the things that we try to do at Future Tech is really kind of shepherd the companies that we're working with, and through partnership, kind of like we are with you Visionary, like helping you ideate, figure out what's next, and then really have the tech be the foundational piece for you to use, and that to not be a failure point, right? To say, okay, we built it, it works, it's great, let's move forward. In talking about kind of dream use cases, so many come to mind, but we're doing a lot in the NFT space right now, doing a lot of cool stuff in metaverse as well. But if I had to pick like an NFT kind of use case, what I would love to tackle and do, to me, I feel like luxury goods and brands. There's been a lot of talk around, okay, how can we use NFTs to kind of combat the whole fake bags, fake watches, all that, plus theft and things of that nature. And there's some pretty cool tech, both chips, near field communication chips that you can actually take, pretty small. Those can actually be manufactured. So if you can think of like a Prada bag or a Gucci or something like that, include that as part of the manufacturing process, and then have a solution to where once you've sat there and purchased it, the person at the register would scan that, would document your information, and would go directly into that bag, into the NFT, and then on your app you would basically use your receipt and everything to claim that, and that would create the provenance around the bag and where it was bought and that you owned it. A lot of cool things around that as far as being able to put insurance with that. So if someone swipes that bag on the street and runs off with it, right now they can easily take that to a pawn shop or somewhere and kind of sell that, or go online and sell that. Well, if all these luxury goods now have non-fungible tokens that are part of them, part of these chipped, right? You can now scan that bag and say, hey, this is a black market item. You're trying to sell me a stolen hot goods, Alex, what's going on? So, that could solve a huge issue in the space. And I just feel like anytime you can use technology in a way that really combats and solves a major problem like that, it's a win. And that's kind of where, some of the things we've been talking about, even, Gerard there in the government side, is the adoption, right? We know it's there. We know that it's useful. I think one of his working groups, the blockchain, voting work group, there are states here in the United States right now that are using blockchain-based voting, but they're only using them for absentee or service members overseas. But there are states that are counting votes of service members overseas through these blockchain voting solutions. So if that goes well, then we could start bringing them into, normal use cases. So I think this is what we need. We need bigger applications and use cases and companies. And, I think for SoMe, once they really get traction, all the other social media platforms are going to probably start trying to copy them, because they're going to see, going from Web 2 to Web 3, all the benefits of it is, it's huge.